the speed.
Fascinating with Bud, his ability to conduct to start this evening. Giving him a smile and a little nod of the head when he went with that jab.
I think that was some of the purpose behind Benavidez.
Left hand as he came forward, and that's
54.
Got to be a surprising 145 pounds now with that jab of Benavidez.
He's going to have to out-jab.
With that now southpaw right jab as he comes in with a... One short break here, and then back to Crawford.
Mark on that. He does, but Benavidez is keeping him on and not allowing him to commit. Crawford tentative to fire the left hand. There he is.
There he goes to the body.
I would take my attention downstairs. You see how Crawford has extreme concentration.
It was an interesting watch ringside.
For about 6 minutes and figure it out in there. That's one thing you got to do when you fight Terence Crawford. You see him fire back with his jab.
Good exchange.
I'm taking with Benavidez's confidence. His opponent this good, and you can tell
from there. There's another body shot that got around.
I don't find any evidence of that, but
Crawford has scored well with that.
Terence Crawford coming around the body.
Come off the jab and shoot a straight left.
Because Benavidez, like I said, is a great counterpuncher. He has a good right.
Just wait to the inside. It included yet
knee of Benavidez. That's target practice for
according to people who've worked in these
knee that's trying to support that back power and get the body in this round. Taking control here. Pound for pound fighter in the world. That's Terence.
Go behind that double jab because
it's Bernardo.
Bomac. It seems that
a little taste of that power stuck out his tongue between Bomac and Terence Crawford.
Coming straight down the middle.
Watch out for that right hand.
Crawford's getting his right foot outside.
Right here, these guys are at mid-distance range.
With Benavidez.
Just great things, different angles by switching south.
Good right hand by Benavidez. Right on the...
I got news for you, fellas.
Between these two here in Omaha.
He's making man. You know he can't feel the punch. Look, he's getting hit. Look, how can you tell me that? Look. Baby, because Junior, look at that, you know? But you're really beautiful. He's going to the body. He can keep like that. I think that's right.
Sure did. Hey, this fight's not going a distance. I can't let that. They very much knew what they were getting themselves into. Happened here in his hometown.
The decisive blow in the previous round, the right hand to the body.
Been down to the body of Benavidez and have some from both guys. Crawford should pick up his feet.
That right hand to the body again. That top. So many pound-for-pound fighter is number one pound-for-pound retired. Let's look at the CompuBox numbers as they're being. We mentioned the percentage of Crawford typically.
This is more than most people imagine.
Just pause and think about that for a moment. He wearing Manny Pacquiao at 16.
Himself as a fighter was based on those.
And he'll fire some combinations back at you.
Except for when he was a kid.
Moment right there. Downward angle. Good exchange right in the center.
And there's a difficulty.
Straight right hand, and also, like the champ said, Crawford on the way out.
A decade ago.
Right now, Benavidez has tendency of doing so.
Like this, that left hand. Now he gets right into the kitchen of Dix. Of this world title fight. And now
the outside. That's why he's able to land these shots.
As Ward has it, 58-56.
Of the left foot.
Jose Sr., the trainer. Is David Jose's brother, so talented.
I think that like Benavidez.
Bernardo has been monitoring both corners. He came in.
Well, Benavidez hard, and I think Bud is in a great place. Now Benavidez is willing to cover up.
Takes control.
I'll tell you what I do see from the face. Real, the same confidence, the same type of
Covering up like that doesn't work out so well.
from Benavidez that I did earlier in the fight.
Punches outlanding him 93-63. How it's changed. You know who else noticed?
Landing his best up to the head.
With that right hand to the body.
That's the bolo shot.
Crawford.
You know, Benavidez shakes his head.
Now he tries to put a combination together, and Crawford did this.
Trying to pop that jab off the hip. Good exchange to close out the eighth. Crawford fans here in Omaha started boxing.
Terence Crawford coming in with the right hand. You see him sitting on that back.
Is that right hand coming in?
Ward with an even 6 rounds, 74-3. Crawford.
Some combinations up top like that. Right hook right there. Look at the beautiful work by Crawford. Feet. He just got out of range right there.
He made a point.
It's the knee. I believe it's the knee. Well, it makes him one-dimensional.
Just over 2 years ago, was nearly destroyed.
In rounds like this, Benavidez.
Nobody gets shot right above the knee, and he knows it. Just an exotic $10,000 cat at midnight in Phoenix.
As he covers up against the ropes, and Crawford's going to have some probing now with a body shot again. Going to fire up
with the right hand. You see him throw the...
You got Macho.
Bud Crawford said, Bud, can you hear me? Step back. Terence Crawford right now, not really using his jab. I want to see Terence Crawford.
Him again. Wasn't successful earlier in doing so. Looks to unload. Pushes him back on Benavidez.
This is exactly what Crawford needs to do. He needs to...
Comes right back. Short left hook for Benavidez. Number 10. And Crawford always lead in 6 minutes for Benavidez to try to look at the power punches now.
I heard him. It's Benavidez' chin that's keeping
100%.
Chin in the heart. Chin it.
That right hand again is Benavidez. He is taking steps.
You can't throw one punch at a time against Terence Crawford.
They create offense, and they provide elite. As now Benavidez looks to wrap up for a moment. He had a go for broke 12th round. The undefeated.
Trying to counterpunch everything he does. So what he doing? Terence Crawford. Check hook. Stop.
The essence. He trails well behind us. And he's got 2.5 minutes. How much does Benavidez want it?
Well, if he wants to. But where is that body shot we saw in the
single round? And he's showing that he's more
at all. Not at first half of this fight. Highly.
I don't think Benavidez. Sitting on the ropes is just not how we want to end this fight.
Half a minute to finish a win. Let's see how he goes about it. In the world. At home. Here's what a huge right hand.
Time at 2 minutes, 42 seconds of the 12th and final round. Declaring still the undefeated